Hey everyone, James and Mark here with another mukbang. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe.
And if you're new to our channel, please comment below where you're from, what's your favorite food, and how did you find us?
We are still on the road to 10K, and we really appreciate all of the new subs that have joined us since a lot of you have actually done shoutouts on your channel. So just quick thank you to Sass ASMR, Angelina Spicy, and Views on the Road, and anyone else out there who's really funneled people to our channel. We really appreciate it. We're trying to get to 10,000 before the year's over.
Yeah, 10,000 subscribers.
Yep. And so today we have something very cool planned because this is homemade sushi. This isn't something we were able to go across the street and grab. After maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes into Mark making all of this, he even made a comment like, oh, maybe we should have just bought the sushi, but it's beautiful.
It was a lot of work.
We actually have to get to eating it because it's been sitting here for a little bit. So we have a couple of different things prepared. We have two different types of hand rolls. This is just a salmon hand roll, and this is a spicy salmon hand roll. We have some salmon nigiri back here. And then these are
Ikura, salmon eggs.
Ikura, salmon eggs. And then this is fresh scallops with a little bit of yuzu pepper on top. It's so good. Got our ginger situation back here, and then also a little wasabi. I'm just gonna get the soy sauce going so we can start.
Well, I mean, the reason why we're eating sushi is because...
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about it.
Can you see?
I don't know if you guys can see it, but...
We're wearing matching shirts. How
yeah,
cute.
we look like we're still on our honeymoon right now.
But
so.
it's just an image of all the sushis across our body.
Yeah. If you guys are interested in this shirt, we got this at the Gap.
Yeah.
So we got LaCroix to drink. So cheers. All right, let's get into it. Which one should we start with first?
I'm gonna do the handles, maybe?
All right. I'm gonna mix this just a little bit for us.
Sure.
That's pretty.
Cheers.
It tastes homemade, which is not a bad thing. No, I mean that in a good way. Like, it just tastes like, it's really good.
By all means, I am not a sushi chef, so it's not like pretty like the restaurant. So please forgive me. Or if you are a sushi chef, please don't judge us.
We're making the hand rolls the most difficult thing. Big bites today.
Well, we just came back from Palm Springs, so I'm tired. And
Yeah.
James was like, let's film a mukbang. Can you make sushi?
And the thing is because we were trying to film something before we went out of town, because we really want to try to keep up with the once a week. But since we weren't able to, you know, I think we mentioned in a earlier video, Mark had his event, which was wildly super fun. Like, I had such a great time.
I had so much fun too. That was last Thursday.
First experience with dueling pianos. If you guys haven't ever done it, you should totally give it a try. They were so talented.
The musicians.
Yeah. I'm gonna go in for a salmon. I don't know if you guys can see this. Ooh.
Yeah. Don't mind me. I just want to make sure that we're recording our sound.
Oh, you're paranoid about. Well, I forgot that this wasn't going, so it's like we might just be muted this whole time. It'd be so devastating. So, with this, Mark actually has a tip to make sure that the fish sticks to the rice a little bit better, or is it more for flavor? I actually don't even know.
I don't know actually.
But what did you do?
Wasabi.
Yeah.
Wasabi that.
Is that a joke? So yeah, you just put a little dab of it.
Dab?
I knew you were gonna do it. I set you up for that one.
You did. You didn't plan that.
I was like waiting for it. I was like, oh, he's totally gonna do it.
We didn't plan for that.
I kind of wanted sushi while we were in Palm Springs, but there's something about eating sushi in places you don't think it might not be as fresh. So it makes me, I was like, oh, forget it. We'll just eat it when we come back. So all this sushi we picked up at H Mart.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go for the scallop. I don't know how I'm gonna. We didn't really know how to serve this.
So Mark butterflied the scallop because there was no way it was going to fit on.
A sushi rice.
Yeah.
Oh, this is big. Oh.
It's good. I'm going to just brush a little bit of soy sauce on it. I've always been curious about this. Oh my God. I'm going to do a horrible job at this. Should I just use my hand?
But that usually pepper's kind of spicy. Yeah.
After buying all of this, though, it did seem like we might have saved money if we bought it at a restaurant a little bit.
Yeah, it was so expensive at the market. So we got a block of sushi grade salmon, and that was $16.
Do you remember eating that thing whole this year? It was the beginning of this year.
It's our intro now.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. So I mean, when I look at that block, I'm just like, I just laugh inside because I can't believe we did that.
Yeah. We're hoping to do a little bit more variety on our plate today, but then each container costs a lot, and there's only 2 of us eating, so we have to be very strategic. But now that I look at it, it's very orange today.
Your favorite color?
Yeah.
So one of the restaurants we ended up eating at yesterday in Palm Springs was very orange. Like all the servers were wearing orange.
Yeah.
Or maybe the walls were orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was totally Mark's scene. But yeah, going back to the pricing, I think the roe was like $10. The scallops was 12, and the salmon was 16.
Yeah. So how much was that total?
That's already like $38 on just the fish, but we had to buy rice, we had to buy the seaweed, and then some of the condiments. Was it easy making the sushi rice? I kind of was just watching from a distance. I like how we use the blackboard today. Maybe our whole purpose in doing this is to celebrate Halloween early because it's black and orange. Now, as we were driving to Palm Springs, like traffic was like horrible, and it just wasn't a pleasant drive up. It was totally opposite coming back, so it was nice coming back. But
we hit some traffic, but totally night and day difference because on the way there it took us over 3 hours to get there.
Close to 3 hours, yeah, like 2:45.
And then coming back, it only took us an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, so
half.
But once we got there, because we ended up visiting some of our friends who live out in Indio, we just thought to ourselves, could we live out in the desert? And it was like, as we were leaving, I had more of a, I probably could, but going there, I was like, no, absolutely not. The weather was very nice. Obviously, that's not how it always is. Like, it wasn't triple digits or anything, but it was just calm. Like, that's how you described it. Like, where our friend lived, the neighborhood was just very quiet, quaint, like
peaceful.
Very peaceful.
you could see the stars at night.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
You just go outside in the back of your yard and you look up because we live in the city, so everything gets drowned out by all of the other lights.
Interestingly, they have bats there.
Yes. Which we can't confirm if we actually saw one because where we were staying in our Airbnb, we saw something like fluttering.
Yeah.
But
Or it was a drunk bird.
And he saw a roadrunner, which I didn't get to catch. So I actually don't know what a roadrunner looks like besides the cartoon, and I can't imagine a real life version of the cartoon. The cartoon seems like a caricature already.
Yeah, but it kind of looks like it, but it's way smaller in person. Mm-hmm. They're not purple and turquoise. And but they look small and they have really long, like stem-like legs.
Can they fly?
I think they just like
Jump and like flail a little bit. Yeah, the Airbnb we stayed in was really cool. Mark had a good find. We've been 2 for 2 because this our second Airbnb?
Oh yeah.
The first one was in Portland.
Yeah.
So now we're like a believer. But it was one of those places where kind of reminded me of Melrose Place. Do you ever watch that show?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like an apartment, but like everyone has their own place. But then in the middle, there's a pool. They had a giant Connect Four, cornhole.
The cabanas too.
Yeah, just all these different things that you can do.
Hey, dude.
He's been very eyeing these. That's not a sentence, but he's been eyeing the salmon this entire time. It seems like all that work, but we like ate it really quick.
I don't know. I'm like so hungry, kind of.
We actually had a pretty large brunch. Palm Springs people are all about brunch and breakfast places. It's like fascinating to me because where we live, I'm sure people like it just as much, but there's just not as much choices. Like I see people go to IHOP, Denny's, like those types of places, but not like a dedicated breakfast spot.
Maybe it's like what people like to do on vacation.
Yeah. Because we don't eat breakfast normally, so yeah, I guess.
And a lot of people go, when they go visit Palm Springs, they're there for the weekend.
Yeah. So when we're done with this mukbang, if we're still hungry, we have a few leftovers of the salmon and a few of the... Actually, we have a little bit of everything left. I don't know if we have any sushi rice left, though.
Just a little bit.
So the main tip you would have for making sushi rice at home is to make sure...
You cook it in advance.
Okay.
Because the rice has to cool down before it could even...
What happens if... I mean, does it cook the fish, or is it just... Does it fall apart? Like, what's the...
Because, you want to eat
sushi cold, right?
So if you're eating it when the rice is hot...
It defeats the purpose, I guess. Yeah.
It's like, you hate when restaurants don't chill their salad plates?
Yeah.
And then you're, holding it, and it's like a hot plate, and you're grabbing salad at the buffet or whatever.
So that's funny that you said that, because yesterday, maybe before I gorged this, we had cocktails before dinner, and the cocktail that the bartender made me was not good because I kept making faces. I couldn't hide it. I felt so bad because she would keep coming over and she'd be like, "Is it not good?" And I was like, "It's okay. It's good. It's just strong." Like blah blah. And then by the end of it, like we were about to leave, she brought over a drink, but the cup was really hot, but the drink was super cold. I did not like that. It was that coffee. You tasted a little bit, right? It was like a frappuccino, but I didn't understand why the cup was so hot.
I think it just came out of the
like dishwasher.
Yeah, because they had it there at the bar.
At this point, I should just eat with my hands because I can, right? Well, we started our. It's funny because we did start our vacation eating sushi.
We did on Friday.
Because there's a place we really like to go, and it's hard to go like for dinner time because you have to make reservations in advance, and there's a small window where you can only do that. So if you go for lunch, it's a walk-in deal. So as long as you're there maybe 15, 20 minutes before it opens, you are pretty much guaranteed a seat. But it's funny, even the couple next to us, they both said they missed work.
Just to go.
Just to go. So that's how good it is. We actually had the day off, so just putting that on the record. You did a great job.
Thank you. I tried.
Well, if you had to change anything about, if you had to make this again, what would you change? Because I feel like everything was great. But I kid you not, as soon as you started preparing, you had something to do all the way up until we sat down and started eating. So there was no break time. I mean, the most would be maybe cooling the rice longer, but you did everything you could in the time we had. So.
My last piece. I think traditionally you're supposed to eat sushi with your hand.
But not with soy sauce, right?
Like the fish part touches the soy sauce, not the rice.
Well, I always get confused because the place we go to, they don't serve any. So I just don't know what traditional, like...
The soy sauce can be used, but then that restaurant, the chef likes to flavor their own sushi piece where you don't need soy sauce. It's kind of like, you know how restaurants would have like salt and pepper on the table?
Yes.
But if you could imagine like a fancy restaurant where if you say, oh, can I have some salt and pepper? They're like, oh no, you have to eat it as is. You know? Like, so, yeah.
Same concept.
Is that even a good example?
Well, I can't
Or
even
when
think
you
of
ask
a...
for ketchup and they're like, oh, we don't have ketchup here.
Oh yeah,
Something like
that's probably a better example because I'm like, I can't think of a place where they don't have salt and pepper. But ketchup for sure. Some people scoff that like when you ask for it, or they're like, oh, we only have like aioli or something. Yeah.
We're done.
I know, I'm sad. I'm totally gonna go to the fridge and get the rest. So.
B-roll footage.
Can you imagine just like me just eating from the opening the fridge and just eating from there? And Hadu actually wants a piece, so we probably need to get him some. It was so cute picking him up from the pet hotel. He's always, it's like the one time where he's super, super excited to see us. He's usually like blasé when we come home, like, oh, you're back type thing. So I think I purposely got footage of him coming out just so that we can show you guys. So you know exactly like how excited he is.
Good idea.
But I think that's all we had planned. We're gonna unpack, unwind, and get our week going. But thank you guys so much for joining us. If you guys like this video, make sure you thumbs it up, comment, subscribe. Also hit that bell so you don't miss out on any updates.
And help us reach to 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah. And we'll see you guys for our next video. Bye.